What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ivan Martinez, and today we're talking about the double-breasted suit coming up. Guys, before we get into it, I just want to go ahead and thank my guy Richard over at Assembled Style. Just recently he did give me a shout out. I am definitely humbled by the community that's on YouTube. I am relatively new to YouTube. I transitioned over from like Instagram and whatnot, so I definitely love all the support that I'm receiving already. So Richard, thank you so much if you're watching. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. What's going on, gents? Hope you guys are having a great start to your weekend. Before we get into double-breasted suits, just want to remind you guys to go ahead and give me a subscribe down below. Go ahead and hit that bell button to receive notifications every time I post a new video. Go ahead and join the Martinez familia. In this video, we're going to go ahead and talk about the characteristics. We'll talk about some rules, some loose rules, and then towards the end, we're going to talk about some ways to style the double-breasted suit in a form of like a lookbook, but I'll talk about that towards the end, so make sure that you stick around till the end. Now, a tip that I would give to anyone that's actually going to wear a double-breasted suit is to acknowledge the fact that you are going to be wearing a double-breasted suit, and hardly anybody sees these around anymore. Like, you'll see them every once in a great while, but if you're wearing one like mine here where you're like super loud in your face, just expect people to be talking about you or acknowledging that you're in the room. So just keep that in mind. Alright guys, so jumping into the characteristics, one of the biggest one is going to be the crossover part. So it is going to wrap around your torso, which I think, in my opinion, is going to be very favorable to us guys that have a little bit of a midsection. I'll admit I have a little bit one right here, but it also kind of accentuates the bell curve on the side of the torso. So I do really like that characteristic of the jacket. Another characteristic is going to be the 6 buttons that are on the front. You can also find them in 4, and I think I'm going to go ahead and record another video later on about the 4 to 6 and all that stuff, so just stay tuned for that one. Another characteristic to the double-breasted jacket is going to be the lapels. Most of the time you're going to find these as wide lapels. They just seem to really go with the aesthetic, and these right here are going to be wide peaks, but you can also get them wide notch. I do have another jacket that I'll show you guys towards the end that has wide notch. I say, whatever floats your boat for either or. I really like both styles, but people say that peaks are going to be a little bit more formal, so if this is going to be for more formal matter, definitely suggest a wide peak. Alright guys, now that we have the characteristics down, let's go ahead and talk about some very loose rules. Rule number 1, you only have to have the middle one here buttoned. That's not necessary to do these. So same kind of rule applies as just wearing a single-breasted jacket. You only have to button the top one, but in this case it is the middle one. Another loose rule, I'd say this is actually a rule, is going to be fastening this inside button here. And the reason for that is because it'll just keep this from flapping around and also dragging down a little bit. It tends to happen, and at the bottom you'll be able to see on the jacket that it doesn't line up like evenly with the other side of the jacket, so make sure that you're fastening that one for sure. Another rule is going to be to keep the jacket buttoned as you're standing, not like your regular single-breasted suits. For the double-breasted suit, you definitely want to keep everything buttoned up. It's just going to look better, and it's not meant to be open. It's just a lot of fabric to be going all over the place, so just make sure that you keep it buttoned when you're standing. I know a few people that leave it unbuttoned and it looks okay because the suit's just super slim and there isn't as much fabric, but for the most part, just keep it buttoned. And this is just another rule, but this is just a rule just in menswear in general. But just like your single-breasted jacket and all your other stuff, just make sure that your double-breasted jacket fits just as well. Now that we've gone over some of these loose rules, we're gonna go ahead and talk about how to actually wear the double-breasted suit. Now, there's a million ways that you could wear the double-breasted suit. In my lookbook, I'll show you guys 3 ways that you can actually wear them. I do have 3 different suits, so I'll be showing you guys just different combinations. But for the most part, let's go ahead and just talk about how I would wear them in general. Now, the first way to wear a double-breasted suit is going to be just a more formal aspect of it, which is just with a tie and a shirt. So this is the most classic and the best way to wear the double-breasted jacket. Now, the second way that you could wear the double-breasted suit could be with a sweater, just layering up a little bit more. You could wear a crew neck. A lot of people wear turtlenecks under it. I think turtlenecks are a great way to spice up the double-breasted suit. So if you have your turtlenecks, definitely go ahead and rock them with the suit. You could also wear it with the crew neck. I like crew necks a lot. Wear that button down again. Don't have to wear the tie in this case, and just kind of show that off. And last but not least, you could definitely wear this very casual. As you see here, I have a nice just white crew neck t-shirt under it. I don't think V-necks would look really good on it, just because it's gonna be a V, an extra V on a V already. So try to keep it with the crew neck under it, but a t-shirt would be a really good idea. And without further to wear the double-breasted suit. If you made it this far, I'd definitely love if you guys would go ahead and hit that like button down there. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely go ahead and do so down below. Hit that bell button, don't forget. Definitely go ahead and follow me on all my social media. I'll have those linked below. I will also have the links to all the suits that I was wearing down below. They are from Indochino, and I do have a review on them as well, so definitely go ahead and check them up there. And as always, guys, style up.